Okay. All right. So thank you for coming today. Happy weekend. Uh, I think today we'll have a nice gentle class, starting gentle and maybe ramp up a little bit towards the middle and then a nice cool down. So it's still, so yeah. Let's not do, probably won't need any props today. If you want a blanket, that's always nice to have. And we're going to start on our back. So come on, lay on down and anything you want with the legs. So you can extend the legs forward. If you'd like, you can bring the legs to Supta Baddha Konasana, which is that reclining butterfly pose. You bring your feet together, let your knees open. Or if you're feeling a little bit tight or a little pain sensation in the lower back, let your knees come together and the feet come apart. And this is going to create space in your SI so that you can lie comfortably on the ground with the full back on the earth. And if you have a blanket, you can also put your hips on the blanket. You can also put your head on the blanket, whatever feels best. And for a few moments, just get cozy here. And together, let's take a full breath in through the nose. And exhale, sigh out, let go. Again. One more time, filling up. And a big sigh through the mouth out. Allow your lips to seal and focus on the inhalation and the exhalation. Allow your tension in body and mind to begin to dissolve. Stay up here for 3 more breaths. And let's invite our palms together and thumbs to the third eye on your forehead. And you can give a couple light taps of thumbs on forehead. And then pause. And ask yourself what you need of yoga today. And invite that intention in. Release the arms to a capital T position. If they're not already, bring your knees together and feet to the outside edges of the mat and gently windshield wiper the legs left and right. And you can let your hips sort of swivel as the knees move. Just creating some motion in the lower back and in the legs. Can you keep your steady breathing here? Good. And then pause in the middle. Bring both knees towards your chest. And you can wrap your arms around the legs and continue this motion of moving side to side. And you can rock up and down. And we don't want to gain too much momentum here, just a little bit. Enough to get the full spine. And then pause on your back. Knees to the chest. Tucking the chin slightly and take a few breaths. Keep your right knee hugging in as you extend the left leg against the mat nice and long. Interlock the hands around the right knee, flex the right foot, take an inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze your right knee towards your chest. Feel the hip flexor stretching so that's the top of the right leg. Feel the knee lengthening up towards the chest. And whatever other sensation you may gather here. Focus your breath to the area in which you feel this stretch. One more breath. Begin to take your right knee to your right armpit, so outward towards the side without letting the knee touch the earth. You have the option here to stay holding onto the knee or grabbing the outside of your foot. And if you're grabbing the outside of your foot, bring your foot stacking over your knee as if you're in half happy baby. You can bring our left hand down by our side. That's fine. Keep both feet nice and active and flexed here, no matter what position you choose, and gently guide your right hip downward. And this may amplify the sensation in the leg, and if it's amplifying too much, ease off and take your time to move into it. Everything I offer is a suggestion working to your body and your mobility in the posture. So take it step by step. There's no rush to get to any sort of quote unquote endpoint. We'll stay one more breath here. And if you're in half happy baby, let your ankle or heel fall to your glute and then bring your right knee back to center with the help of your right hands. Inhale, extend the right leg straight up towards the sky. So all 5 toes flex towards the knee. Interlock the hands behind the back of the thigh. Relax the shoulders back. Push upward through your heel to extend your knee. Find your edge and begin to breathe once again. Full expansive inhales and long complete exhales. Feel your chest, your ribs, and your belly expand as you breathe in. And feel everything fall to completion as you breathe out. A softening comes over. Inhale, draw in. And exhale, breathe out. Good. From here, start to roll out your ankle. One direction, maybe 3 or 4 times. And then the other direction, maybe 3 or 4 times. Start to bend your right leg at the knee. Bring your right foot to the floor for just a moment. Scoot your hips over to the right side. Then pull your right knee back towards the chest and carefully with the left hand, guide it over to the left side of the mat. For a nice little twist. Bring your right arm out to a capital T, and if it feels okay, you can gaze to the right and take a few breaths. It's more important for your right shoulder to stay grounded to the earth here than it is for the right knee to touch the ground. On your next inhalation, draw your right knee back to center. Scoot the hips to the middle, and then extend the right leg straight. And just take a few moments here. Let's start to even out the body. Begin to draw your left knee in towards your chest. And again, we want both feet active here. Interlocking the hands around the left knee, slight tuck of the chin, take an inhale. Fill up the belly, and then as you exhale, feel completion. Hug the knee in towards the chest till you feel a slight pressure on the top of that left leg. Let your breath be fluid, drawn out, and audible. Stay for one more breath. Start to pull your left knee towards your left armpit. And again, you can stay here with the hand on the knee, or you can grab the outside of your left foot. And then pull your left foot over the left knee and pause. You can start to draw your left hip downward towards the edge of your mat, the end of your mat, aligning the hips here, and then flexing both feet, keeping the legs nice and active. So I truly believe there's no such thing as a passive stretch. In some way, shape, or form, our bodies should be active to protect our muscles and our joints. Take a few more breaths. Start to allow your left heel to fall towards your glutes. Draw the left knee back to center, and then extend the left leg upward towards the ceiling. Extend your knee straight. Flex the toes towards the knee, push the heel up, and interlock the hands behind the back of the thigh. Roll the shoulders up and back, slight tuck of the chin down, creating a full connection of spine to mat. Push upward through the heel and breathe, awakening the back of your leg. And from here, start to roll out your ankle, few directions one way, and the other side, 3 to 4 times the other way. And flex the foot, and then bend your knee. Let your left foot come to the earth for a moment. Scoot both hips to the left side. Pull your knee in towards your chest, and then carefully guide it over to the right side of the mat, coming into a twist. Bring your left arm out to a capital T. Remember keeping that shoulder on the ground and gazing left, if that feels okay. So we're working sort of the lower back area. It's the top of your glutes, where the lower back knee is about the glute max area. Take a few breaths here. Let the energy move about through the breath. On your next inhale, draw your left knee back to center. Bring the foot to the earth and scoot the hips to middle. Slowly extend left leg long. And for a moment, let the body recover from the stretch. Start to walk your feet in, feet on the earth, And let your knees open wide for Supta Baddha Konasana butterfly pose once again. So knees fall open, heels are together, and you can bring your hands on top of the belly, and we'll take 3 full belly breaths here. So inhale into the belly. Complete sigh out. Again, inhale, fill up. Exhale, complete sigh out. Last time. With the help of your hands, draw your knees inward towards each other and bring the knees in towards the chest. And massage your back once again. Good, now up and down. This time gain enough momentum that you can come up to a seat. And plant your hands, roll onto the knees, uncross your ankles, neutral tabletop. Maybe you have to walk yourself back a little bit. And from neutral tabletop, you can start with a wiggle of the hips, moving your hips side to side, a couple circles around the wrists, anything that feels okay, just taking a few more moments to awaken the body. Good. Coming to neutral, so shoulders stacked over wrists, hips above knees. As you inhale, lift the tailbone, gaze up for cow. And as you exhale, tuck round and draw chin to chest for cat. Inhales, the belly comes down, the tailbone lifts up, gaze up. And exhale, tuck round and draw chin to chest, belly lifts up towards the spine. Last time, inhale, belly down, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, tuck round and draw chin to chest. Inhale, come on back to neutral. Curl your toes under, sit back on the heels for a moment and interlock the fingers. Start to roll out your wrists. And move in every which direction. Good. Take the hands as they are. Flip the palms upward towards the ceiling and push the belly of the palms up. Keep your gaze forward for right now. Squeeze your biceps with the ears. Scrunch the shoulders up by the ears. So feel that sensation of scrunching the shoulders up by the ears and then let them drop away from the ears. Now from here, tuck your lowest rib cage down and in towards your hip bones, hollowing out the belly, and then push your palms up without moving the shoulders. One more breath in. And exhale as you release the arms down. Good. Come on back to a neutral tabletop. Bring your left arm up towards the sky for a twist, opening the chest. And then exhale, we can take our left hand behind us for a little bind. Hold. Breath in and breath out. Sweep the left arm back up to the sky, and then as you exhale, thread the needle. Bring the left arm through. Right elbow bends, left ear comes down to the mat. So you can stay here with the right elbow bent, or you can extend it forward as if you're in child's pose, which gets a little bit deeper into that stretch. And if you moved your right hand, bring it back to a neutral tabletop. Push into the mat. Inhale the left arm to the sky. Open the chest, lengthen upward, and then exhale, sweep the left hand back to the earth. And we'll switch. Inhale, the right arm comes up for a little twist. Open the chest. Exhale, right hand comes behind the back. Gaze is up, chest is open. Inhale that right arm back up to the sky, and exhale as you thread the needle. Bring the right arm through with care, with mindfulness. Let the right ear drop to the mat. You can keep left arm where it is or extend forward if you did so before, and take a few breaths. And bring your left hand back to its original position. Inhale the right arm up to the sky. And exhale, right hand comes down to the earth. And keep swiveling the hips, move them side to side here. Kind of move that energy out. Awesome. Let's start to curl our toes under, lift the knees up, push your hips up and back for your first down dog of the day. And we just want to pedal out and take a few movements. Let this be really fluid in this first down dog. No reason to hold stiff. Let the body move. Maybe your body makes sounds like mine does, little poppy, little cracky. It's okay. Let the body do what it does. As long as there's no pain, it's probably okay. And lift one heel as you push the other down. And I really like to do this with a deep bend in one of my knees and a fully straight other leg. And then we switch. So the other heel comes down, the opposite knee bends, super deep bend. And then start to release, and you can continue to pedal here. So pushing each heel down. Awesome. And then we start to take our gaze forward, and let's walk the feet forward. Take your time, no rush. Arriving here with bent knees. Grab opposite elbows, head heavy. Spine long, weight shift forward to the balls of the feet and feel the hips elevate. Maybe a gentle sway side to side. Good. And then come on up to your tiptoes, heels lift up, knees bend, drop your hips down, come into like a little ball here. And you can release your elbows if you want, hands to the earth. And you might feel some compression on the top of those legs. If it's too much, you can start to come back to standing. Otherwise, just stay here for another few breaths. Okay, push into hands and feet, straighten the legs, start to round your spine up to standing. Stack the head over shoulders last. And take a moment to arrive here. So take a moment to allow the blood flow back to its normal circulation. To avoid getting dizzy, we take our time getting up. There's no rush. Yoga, right? We're moving slow, we're moving chill. It's all good. All right. All right, yogis, when you're ready, let's go ahead, bring both arms to the sky. Palms come together, leaning back, biceps are with the ears. See if you can send your hips a little bit forward here. Feel length all in the front body. And as we exhale, we're going to twist to the right side. Bring the left hand outside of right hip and right hand behind us. Good. Inhale, draw back to center, reach the arms high. Imagine lengthening from your hip bones to your fingertips, like you're trying to create space between the vertebrae. And then on your next exhale, twisting to the left side, bring the right hand outside of left hip. Left hand comes behind, tall spine. Inhale, twist, exhale. Okay, let's bring it back to center. Bring both arms to the sky. And this time, cactus the arms. Easy back bend, chest expansion posture. Good. The arms come back up overhead. On the exhale, you hinge the hips forward, fold. Keep the core nice and tight as you do this to protect your spine. Little bend in the knees, crown of the head sinks down. Inhale, take a halfway lift, draw your shoulders back. And as we exhale, we're going to step left foot to the back of the mat. Good. And let's drop left knee to the earth. Keep both hands framing your right foot, and you have an option to bring your hands to blocks if you have them here. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, straighten right leg. Walk the hands back as you do this. Toes are pulling back towards the knee. You can have a small micro bend in the knee. Draw your shoulders back, lengthen your heart forward. Inhale, exhale. Let the elbows gently soften, slightly soften as you fold over this leg. And on your next inhale, start to, actually, instead of that, sorry, let's walk our hands over to the right side. So just outside that right knee. And this may be enough for some of us. We might want to stay right here. Otherwise, you can keep twisting, maybe walk your hands out a little bit further. You might even want to let your right pinky toe fall to the earth. And inhale, let's walk our hands back towards center, framing the right foot. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Bring your right forearm on top of right thigh. Push into the right thigh. Lift the left arm up. So fingertips reaching towards the ceiling, and then side bend to your right side. So if this feels a little bit compacted here, you can always bring your right hand down to the earth. If you don't touch, you can use a block. I like the right arm on the thigh though. It gives me a little bit of space to move into the side bend. And left hand's going to come to the earth. We'll step back to a high plank. Right hand touches the earth. Take an inhale. And exhale, push your hips up and back, down dog. And let's pause in the down dog. Spread the fingers, push into the palms of the hands. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears first, and then let them move away so you notice what the difference is. Push your hips up and back, maybe a slight tilt of the tailbone up towards the ceiling here. So you can do the opposite action of this of tucking your tailbone under, seeing what that feels like, and then lifting the tailbone up so you can understand the difference in the two, right? Take a little bend in the knees. And again, we can straighten the legs here and notice what happens to the spine, or we can let the knees bend and then push the hips back even more. Down dog is mostly for our spine here versus the hamstring, so versus the back of the legs. So if we bend our knees, we get more opening, more expansion, more length inside of our spine. Start to take your gaze forward, walk your feet forward. Halfway lift, inhale, and forward fold, exhale. Slowly round the spine up, stack the head over shoulders last. Roll out your shoulders. And then when you're ready, let's bring both arms to the sky. Inhale, palms together, lean back. Then on your next natural exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Keep the belly strong. Protect your spine. Inhale, take a halfway lift for a flat back. And exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Bring your right knee down to the earth. And so hands are framing your left foot here. And we'll inhale, half split, Ardha Hanumasana. Walk your hands back, straighten left leg, flex the toes towards the knee. Roll your shoulders back, lengthen your heart forward, and if it feels okay, let the elbows soften a little bit. That will intensify the stretch. Breathe. Use this morning to move deeper into self, deeper into the process of the body, the emotions, the muscles, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. Taking the time to slow down, giving yourself permission to slow down. Start to walk your hands over to the left side. So as far as it feels okay for you, and you can always let your left pinky toe fall to the earth. And let's go ahead and walk our hands back to center. Bend into your left knee as you walk your hands forward. Bring your left forearm on top of left thigh. Bring the right arm to the sky first, and then side bend to the left. So opening all along that right side body. And again, you can always let the left hand fall to the earth or towards a block by that left hip if you prefer. All is good, all is perfect. Good. Bring both hands inside of left foot this time. Lift your right knee off the ground and walk your hands towards center, pivoting on both feet to wide-legged forward folds. Let's inhale, take a halfway lift, and then exhale, fold. Let the crown of the head sink down, weight shift forward towards the balls of the feet. And as you inhale, start to round your spine up to standing. Bring the arms up and over. Celebrate the day. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Maintain that wide-legged stance. Good. So from here, checking in with feet, spread all 10 toes. Lift the kneecaps, engage your quadriceps, and a slight tuck of the tailbone in. Lowest rib cage in. So even though we're not doing quote-unquote core work, we are still working our core today. Okay, so just stay mindful of the mid part of the body. Yeah? Arms are going to extend forward, bend at the elbows. Take your right arm, sweep it underneath left. Bring your hands to your shoulders, if that feels good, in a bear hug, or take the full eagle wrap. So wrists come around each other, palms come to prayer, and pinkies move to center line. Inhale, lift the elbows up towards the sky. Lean back slightly, and then as you exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Nice and slow, take this down. Let your upper back round as the crown of the head drops. So there is an element of surrendering here. If you keep your gaze up, you miss a lot of the benefits of this stretch. So really let the crown of the head drop. And you should feel a deep stretch in that left arm, left shoulder area. Good. Unravel your arms, round your spine up to standing. Circle, sweep the arms to the sky. Inhale, celebrate life. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the sternum up. Inhale, bring the arms back above the head. Keep the tailbone tucked, core strong. Exhale, arms extend forward. Inhale, bend at the elbows. Exhale, sweep left arm underneath right this time. So same thing, little bear hug, little cozy bear hug, right? Or we twist the wrist, palms come together, and then we have to move the pinkies towards center. Inhale, lift the elbows up, look up, lean back. And exhale, nice strong active core, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Watch your gaze where it goes, and then let the crown of the head drop. Feel the upper back round. Breathe. Can you let the weight shift forward? Can you find the element of surrender? Do you understand what I mean when I say this, right? We hold on to our muscles. We engage our muscles. Sometimes we need to let go. Let go of the control. Let go of the pose. Unravel the arms. Round the spine up. Circle sweep the arms to the sky. Inhale. Cactus the arms, open the heart. Exhale. Inhale, bring the arms back above the head. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Flip your toes outward. Heels come inward. You can do a little hop, like me, if you did, if you want. All right. So toes out, heels in. We're going to set up in our goddess. So you might want to open the stance slightly wider. And we're going to bring our hands on top of the legs to start. Let your knees bend as your hips sink down. Grab onto the top of the legs and let your shoulders shrug up by the ears. Good. And then start to move your body side to side. Good. Pause here and center. Push your right knee away. Let your right shoulder move and twist towards left knee. So you're twisting to the left. Inhale, draw back to center, and exhale, twist to the other side. Left elbow, left shoulder comes towards right knee. Inhale, back to center. Straighten the legs, bring the arms up towards the sky. Last time here, celebrate. And exhale, cactus the arms. Lift the sternum up. Inhale, bring the arms to the sky. And exhale, hands lower to the heart. Shift your gaze to the front of the mat. Take a big step forward with your back foot. Coming to standing. Awesome. Start to shift the weight into your right foot, excuse me. Shift the weight into your right foot. Spread your right toes. Lift your kneecap and engage your quadricep. So what's going to want to happen here is your hip's going to want to split outward, maybe. You want to keep that outer hip engaged, draw in, so that you're creating a nice line of energy from ankle up towards hip. Feel the stability in that standing leg, and we'll move into to staff pose. So start to pull left knee in and up towards the chest. Good. Pause when the knee is in line with the hip. Flex your left foot, activate that leg. So the top of your leg should feel muscular, right? It should feel like you're making a muscle on the top of that thigh. And you can touch it to check. I always like to touch my muscles when I'm working out. Make sure that they're doing the thing they're supposed to do. All right, so we're going to take our left knee outward towards the left side. I'll face you to do this. And you can take some big circles. 1, 2, forward, and 3. And then take it back. 1, 2, 3. Good. So this is an articulation of the hip. Draw your left knee back towards center in staff pose. And then open the knee outward towards the side one more time, moving into tree pose. So you can bring your left foot to your right ankle, to your right shin just below the knee, or you can take it above the knee. Just try to avoid the knee here. Bring your left hip crease forward and the left knee back. Lengthen the tailbone down. So there's a very slight, subtle butt squeeze here. Lowest rib cage knitting down, but spine is nice and tall. So spine is lengthening upward. Hands are still at heart. And if we fall out, we come back. It's okay. And we breathe. Let's bring both arms slowly up overhead. Can you keep the palms connected as you do this? If your ankle is burning, that's okay. Normal. Breathe. Good. Next exhale, lower the hands to the heart. Release your left foot to the earth, and without moving the right leg, just shift the weight into the left. So you can let your right knee bend a little bit. Let's see if we can let the body recover without adding in any movements. Notice the sensation flowing from the leg, the energy moving out of the leg. Spread the left toes. Create a stable leg. Lift the kneecap, engage the quadricep. Activate the left hip. Start to pull your right knee in and up. Stop when the knee is in line with your hip crease. And then let's do a muscle check. Right? Make sure it's nice and strong. Take the right knee outward towards the side. Take your time, move slow. And big circles. 1, 2, 3. And everything takes time and practice. And then we switch the direction. 1, 2, 3. Good. And then we pull the knee to center. Pause here in your staff. Gather your balance. And then set up for your tree pose. So bring your right knee outward towards the side. Set the foot on the ankle, the shin, or the inside of the left thigh. Right hip is forward, right knee is back. So working to get hip and knee in one line. Strong left hip, hands at the heart, find your balance. Awaken the spine. Breathe. And when you're ready, bring both arms to the sky. One more inhale. And as you exhale, hands lower down to the heart. Release the right foot to the earth. And again, let the weight sort of move off of that left leg without moving or adjusting it. Take a few breaths. Okay, let's face, if you turn sides, let's change back to the front of the mat. So gaze comes forward, tailbone lengthens down. Inhale, bring the arms up and over. And exhale, we'll forward fold, hinge at our hips. Inhale, take a halfway lift, shoulders back, flat back, strong core. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, really far. Right knees stacked over the ankle. Inhale, sweep your right arm up to the sky and take a few circles here with the right arm. Forward, 1, 2, 3, and then backwards. 1, 2, 3. Good. Bring the right hand inside of right foot. Walk your hands all the way to the left foot, straightening right leg, and then bending left knee, Skandasana. Pivot to the back of your mat so the left leg is forward. Inhale, sweep the the left arm up to the sky for a twist. And as you exhale, forward stroke with the arm. 1, 2, 3. Good. And then back. 1, 2, 3. Good. Pause up. Left hand comes inside the foot. Walk the hands all the way to the right foot. Straighten left leg. Bend right knee. Pivot to the front of the mat. Step your right foot back to a high plank. And then push your hips up and back, down dog. Stay for a few breaths. Awesome. Inhale, let's ripple forward, high plank. And exhale, we're going to take 10 seconds to lower down to the mat. Use the knees if you need to. Take an inhale, lower down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Uncurl the toes, bring the hands behind the back. Interlock the fingers, roll the shoulders up by the ears, and then draw them away, lengthening the elbows or maintaining a small bend in the elbows. That's fine too. As you inhale, locust pose, lift the entire body off the mat. All 10 toes spread, thighs and knees lift off the mat, gaze stays down. Lengthen the heart forward. As you reach the fingertips back, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause, release, bring one ear to the mat, release the arms, take a breath. Okay, one more time. Interlock the hands, try to do a non-dominant grip this time, outside finger in, inside finger out. Roll the shoulders up and back, straightening elbows. That may lift your chest up off of the mat. Keep the gaze down, and then when you're ready, inhale, lift the legs off of the mat. Spread all 10 toes, thighs and knees up, legs nice and strong, chest lifted, gaze down, hands off the glutes, holding for 5. Stay with your breath for 4, 3, 2, And one, release. Opposite ear to the mat, release the grip. Bring your hands to a push-up position. Push-up position to start. Bend both legs at the knees and windshield wiper the legs left and right. Keep your left foot up as it is, and then extend the right leg straight back to the mat. Bring your right arm out to a capital T. Left hand's in the push-up position. You're going to push into left hand, rolling onto the right side. Left foot is going to step behind right hip. And we pause here. You can bring your left hand a little bit closer, getting this nice chest expansion, deltoid stretch. Let your eyes shut down if it feels okay for you, and focus on where you feel this. And ask yourself, what am I feeling? What does it feel like to have this sensation in your body? And then dig deeper. What does that word mean? Okay, so it feels good to have this sensation in my body. Can you dig deeper than good? Does it feel like freedom? Does it feel like expression? Does it feel like movement of energy? What is yoga or stretching or however you want this to be called? How does this feel to you? What does this offer you? What does this practice bring you that you keep drawing back to your mat each and every time? Take one more inhale here. One more exhale out. Okay. Move your left hand away from the chest and then come back onto the belly. And you're going to extend left leg straight. Bring right hand to a push-up position, left hand out to a capital T. Bend right leg at the knee, right? So the foot's flexed. Okay. And then push into that right hand, rolling onto the left side body. Right foot comes behind the hip, head comes down, and you can keep the right hand where it is or bring it closer to the chest, whatever feels best. And take a few moments to get comfortable here and breathe. Be here now. Return to those questions. Where do I feel this in my body? Why do I feel this? What is the sensation? What does it mean to have this sensation? Take one more breath here. And then slowly come on back onto the belly. Hands to a push-up position. Inhale to a neutral tabletop and exhale to a child's pose. Bring the hips back, forehead down to the mat. Extend the arms forward. Let's inhale, ripple your spine forward. So round spine forward, neutral tabletop. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open your hip. And as you exhale, pigeon pose. Sweep your right foot to your left wrist. right knee to the earth, and extend the left leg behind you. Push into the earth with the hands, lift the chest up like a proud pigeon. And then as you exhale, let's walk our hands forward. Come into a sleeping pigeon. So this might be on the forearms, that's fine, and you can let the head be heavy here. You may want to extend the arms all the way forward and bring the forehead down to the mat. So whatever feels best for you. Let the weight shift towards your left hip crease though. And if that feels like too much, or it feels like the right hip wants to lift up, let the right hip lift up and slide a blanket or a pillow underneath your right hip. That's your body wanting to go into a different sort of alignment. And take the time to ask yourself what you need in the pose, and then breathe into that. Stay for one more round of breath here. And then as you inhale, push into the hands, lift the chest up. Let the weight shift into your right hip and let the left leg peel open. All right. Maybe I'll turn to face you. So left leg's extended straight, right knee is bent. We're going to twist our body to the left leg. Okay. And a little bend in the left knee can help. And we're going to extend the right arm to the outside of left foot or ankle or shin, wherever you can kind of make that connection. Left hand is going to be on the outside of the thigh of the, what is that? Your leg, on the outside of the leg. And you can use the left arm to aid in a twist here. So you can kind of gaze up towards your left shoulder, flexing the toes back towards you. Let your right elbow bend, utilizing the bicep strength to pull yourself closer. And we're going for this upper body, lower back sensation. This is your quadratus lumborum. So it's close to that glute max, close to that lower back area. And the inhale is going to pull yourself up, straighten your spine. The exhale is going to twist you to the right side, and we're going to take a little counter bow here. Inhale, come on back up through center. Keep both feet nice and active and flex. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, and then walk your hands forward through pelvis line and come into a little forward fold here. Let the crown of the head sink down, forehead sink down, arms extended straight. You can go as far as feels good for you. But move into the stretch. Each inhalation maybe lengthens you, and each exhalation brings you closer, even 1 millimeter closer or deeper into the stretch. As you inhale, lift your chest up, walk your hands back. Exhale. Pivot back to your pigeon pose. So plant both hands on either side of right knee. Pivot back to the front of your mat. Curl the left toes under. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. And place a little pressure into that right leg. And then when you're ready, inhale, sweep the left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale. You can take a breath in. And on your exhale, sweep the left leg forward, bringing the left ankle to right wrist. You can always tell when I haven't had my coffee. Slide your right foot back, knee comes to the earth. Hands are on the earth. You're going to push into the hands, lift the chest. Proud pigeon. And then exhale, walk it forward. Sleeping pigeon. And again, you can come to your forearms. You can extend the arms all the way forward. What does your body say it's okay to do today? Listen to him or her. When we start listening to our intuition, we start to give a signal to our mind, our body, our inner child, right? That we are trusting of them. We're surrendering. We're listening. We're not going beyond our intuition. And so the same that translates into yoga, right? If your body is saying, no, 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 don't do that today, but we do it anyway, we may be putting ourselves at risk for injury. But that's also subtly telling our mind, our body that we don't really trust it because we didn't take the time to listen. Take one more round of breath here. And when you're ready, lift your heart up. Exhale, walk the hands back. Shift the weight into the left hip. Peel open the right leg. Twist the body to the right side. Walk the hands forward. Reach for the outside edge of the left foot, ankle, or shin. Of the right foot with the left hand. And then use your right hand to twist into that posture. One more breath in and out. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to the left side. Take a little counter bow. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring the hands in front and walk the hands forward. Come into a forward fold. Keep both feet active and flexed. Inhale, peel the chest up. Exhale, walk the hands back. Good. Let's go ahead and just take both feet and extend them forward. Coming into Paschimottanasana, a seated forward fold. So both feet flex. You can have a little bend in the knees. Bring both arms to the sky. Inhale. And then forward fold. Hinge at the hips. Exhale. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen the heart forward. And exhale, hinge into the pose. And so you don't have to grab your feet here. You can grab your ankles. You can grab your shins. Wherever the body can connect with one another. Right? This is a little bit of hamstrings and a little bit of back here. As you inhale, lift your heart up, walk your hands back. Good. Shift forward to the front of the mat, legs forward. Lift the feet up, bring the knees to the chest, and then slowly come onto the back. Bring both feet back to the earth, slide both hips to the right, and then bring your knees back to the chest and let your knees come to the right side. Arms come out to a capital T. Inhale your knees to center, feet to the earth. Scoot the hips to the right side, all the way to the right. Draw the knees back to the chest and then let them move to the left for a little twist, final twist. Draw your knees to center, feet to the earth. Slide the hips back to the middle. And then bring both knees towards your chest. Grab the outside of the ankles for happy baby. And then pull the ankles stacking above your knees. And move the body if it feels good. Massage your spine, maybe kick the legs out one at a time. Sourcing joy from within, sourcing playfulness from within. Go ahead and draw your knees back to center. Give yourself a little hug here. And if there's any final movements that you need in your practice, find them now. Otherwise, start to extend your legs straight and come into your final resting posture, your Shavasana. Let one breath come in and a big audible sigh out. Shavasana. As you begin to bring a deeper breath into the body, start to move your head left and right, massaging the back of the head. And let your fingertips gently move, grazing the thumb against the fingertips, and maybe opening and closing the fist a couple times. Begin to spread the toes, reach them forward as you reach the arms up and above the head. Draw your knees in and slowly turn the body to your favorite side in the fetal position, utilizing bicep like a pillow. And slowly begin to push into your free hand, rising up to a seat. As we invite our hands to heart center, I offer you the reminder to slow down. Yoga is the process of coming home to self, and the only way we can watch the unfolding of this process is by slowing down. Together, let's take a breath in through the nose, an audible sigh through the mouth out, bringing our thumbs to our forehead as we bow our head. It's here that we offer gratitude and we offer love, not only to the practice and to each other, but to ourselves. Remembering that without us, our life would not be possible. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Next week, classes are shifting times. So take a look at the schedule and make sure that you see our updated schedule. If you can't make the live classes, that's okay. The recorded classes will still be there and they'll be there the same day. So they'll be there for that regular time schedule that you're used to. If you do have requests for the classes and you can't make the live version, feel free to send us an email at feelgoodyoga@gmail.com. You can contact us through the website at Cloud Studios. If you guys have any question, as always, please reach out. We're here at your disposal. We love you guys tremendously. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time you make it to your mat.